everyone. Today our chapter is Language of Chemistry Part 1. In this we are going to know about symbol, signification of symbol, modern symbols of elements, valency, variable valency, ions or radicals, and classifications of ions or radicals. Okay, first we'll know what is a symbol. Symbol is the specific abbreviation used to denote or name of an element is known as symbol. See, for example, you take carbon. Carbon is represented by C. Here C is the symbol for carbon. So this is the abbreviation used to denote the name of the element. Okay, now why this significance of symbol needed? Why we need symbol? That is signification of a symbol. A symbol represents a short form of an element. It represents a short form of an element, which will be easy for us. Then it represents one atom of the element. Okay, every element has different symbols. And it indicates the atomic weight of an element. The quantity of the element is equal to its atomic mass or gram, atomic mass or atomic mass unit. Okay, this indicates the atomic weight of the element. Next, symbols of elements. In 1807, John Dalton, a scientist, tried to name the various elements based on pictorial symbols. So he tried many ways to name the symbols. Okay, next came in 1814, that is the Swedish chemist Johannes Jacob Berzelius devised a system using letters of the alphabet. He put forward certain points for presentation. Even he tried to name the elements with different symbols. Okay. Now, in most cases, the first letter of the name of an element was taken for the symbol. Yeah, for example, if you take here carbon. Carbon is named as symbol as C. Nitrogen N. And hydrogen it is H. This is the most cases. In some cases, if you see, the initial of the name is capital along with second letter. Yeah, for example, if you take calcium. C, here you have taken Ca. Why? Because C is already we have for carbon. So for calcium we take the second letter also, that is Ca. And aluminium also Al. Silicon Si. Like this. This is in different cases of elements. Okay. Next, the symbols for some elements were derived from their Latin names. For example, sodium. Sodium in Latin we call it as natrium. So the symbol is what? Na. Natrium, Na. From the Latin names we are taking here. Okay. For potassium in Latin we call it as kalium. That is we take K here. And for iron we take ferrum. Fe we have taken. For copper, cuprum. So we have taken Cu. For silver it is argentum. That is we have taken Ag here. For gold it is aurum. So we have taken Au. And for mercury it is hydrargyrum, so we take Hg. And for lead it is plumbum, so we have taken Pb. And for tin it is stannum, so we have taken Sn. This is the element's name based on the Latin name. Okay. Next, now here also some examples are there. Oxygen O. These are a mixture of all types of naming of symbols. Okay. Oxygen is O, lithium Li, beryllium Be, potassium K, argon Ar, chlorine Cl, phosphorus P, aluminium Al, silver Ag, and tin is Sn. Okay, these are the symbols now. Yeah, now the symbols of elements in use today are those as first suggested by the Swedish chemist, that is Berzelius. We are using his method only. Next, the method suggested by the Berzelius forms the basis of IUPAC system. Okay, what is IUPAC? IUPAC is International Unit of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That system we have following to name the element. Okay. The names and symbols decided by IUPAC are used all over the world for international trade. See, it is used in all worldwide. This system is accepted. That is what IUPAC system. Okay. Next, now modern symbols of elements. See, modern symbols of elements are derived from their English or Latin names, which are made up of either the first letter or letter appear in the later in the name. They have taken the first letter, or in the middle also sometimes they'll take. Okay, here are the more elements and the symbols of each. Symbols, Latin name, like that they have given. See, hydrogen H. You can see here. hydrogen H, oxygen O, boron B, carbon C, fluorine F, iodine I, nitrogen N, phosphorus P, sulfur S, barium Ba, iron Fe, gold is Au, and you have taken from Latin name, that is aurum. Here iron you have taken from ferrum. Okay, silver Ag, that is what, argentum, tungsten, that is W, that is wolfram, and lithium is Li, there is no Latin name for that. Nickel Ni, manganese Mn, calcium Ca, chlorine Cl, bromine Br, chromium Cr, cobalt Co, lead Pb, Latin name is plumbum, mercury is Hg, hydrargyrum, phosphorus P, sodium Na, natrium, potassium K, that is kalium, tin Sn, that is stannum, and uranium U, zinc is zinc. These are the modern symbols of elements. Okay. Next, if we go, valency. What is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of an atom or a radical. For example, if you take carbon, it has 4 valence electrons. So that valency of the carbon is 4 because it combines with 4 atoms of hydrogen. It has valence 4 and it needs 4 more electrons to attain the stable electronic configuration. So the valency is the outermost electron orbit has how many number of electrons, that is known as valency. The number of electrons present in the outermost shell and that combining capacity of that atom is known as valency. Okay, here if you take CH4, that is methane, carbon has 4 valency and so it reacts with 4 atoms of hydrogen to form a compound. Okay, next the number of hydrogen atom which combines with or displaces. See, if we take now hydrogen valency is what? 1. The valence rate is taken to be 1 and it is considered as a standard. Why? Because they have only 1 electron. Okay. Next, modern definition of valency. What is the modern definition of valency? The number of electrons which an atom can lose. Yeah, it can lose. Right? Lose or gain or share. 3 things can happen. Either it can lose to attain the stability, or it can gain, or it can share. So, by these 3 processes, there is a capacity of attaining what? Stability. Okay. Next, to attain the stable electronic configuration of the nearest inert gas is known as valency. This is a modern definition of valency. Here if you see in this picture, see this first group has always 1 valency and second group has 2 valency, and if you come to third group 3, 4, and if you come to fifth group they have -3 valency, sixth group have -2 and seventh group is -1, and as you know the 8th group, that is noble gases group, they are stable and they have stable electronic configurations, so there is no valency for that. This is about valency, definition of valency and modern definition of valency. Okay. Next, see valence electrons. What is meant by valence electrons? The electrons present in the outermost shell or valence shell is known as valence electrons. Okay. Next, definition of valency with respect to valence electrons. Now, if we take definition of valency and we mix with the valence electrons, what is the definition? We'll see here. The number of electrons donated or accepted or shared. Okay, during what? During chemical reaction is called valence electrons, and the number of these electrons is called the valency of that element. See how many electrons it is sharing? It depends on that, and so that we'll tell this element have so much of valency of that element. On each and every element has different valency. Okay. Now, if we come to variable valency, what is variable valency? Sometimes the same element may exhibit one valency in one compound and another valency in another compound. Yeah, the reactivity of the same element differs with the other opposite element during the formation of compound. Okay, that is known as variable valency. Okay, if you take here copper has Cu and it has variable valency of 1 and 2, and iron also has 2 and 3, and sulfur has also 2, 3 and 4. Okay, Fe has +2 and +3 states. Okay. Next, if we come to ions or radicals. An ion or radical is an atom or a group of atoms or of same or different elements which behave as a single unit. See, it is an atom or a group of atoms, but they behave as a single unit with a positive, either positive or either negative. Here if you see in the example, in the picture there, either H plus or OH minus. They behave similarly, that is they behave as a single unit. Okay, radicals have their own combining power based on which they form chemical formula. They have their own combining power. They have their own combining power based on which they form a chemical formula. Okay, this is about ions or radicals. Now if we classify that, classification of ions or radicals depending on their number of charges. Okay, depending upon the number of charges, we have monovalent, divalent, trivalent and tetravalent respectively. See, if the number of charges indicates the number of electrons lost or gained. Like if it has a losing or gaining 1, we put it as monovalent. If it is 2, we tell it as divalent. If it is 3, we tell it as trivalent. Like that, 4 tetravalent respectively. Okay. Now if you see here, see monovalent, that is ammonium NH4 plus, the valence is 1. Cuprous Cu plus 1. Mercurous Hgu plus, that is 1. So they have come under the group of monovalent electropositive ions. Now if you come to bivalent electropositive ions, here argentic, that is Ag2 plus, ferrous Fe2 plus, stannous Sn2 plus, cupric Cu2 plus. They all have the valency of 2 and so they have come under bivalent electropositive ions. These have valency of 1 and they have come under monovalent electropositive ions. Now trivalent electropositive ions, they have the valency of 3. Aluminium Al3 plus, chromium Cr3 plus, arsenic As3 plus. Then comes to tetrapositive ions, that is plumbic, they have Pb4 plus, stannic Sn4 plus. Okay, this is about the classification of ions based on what? Valency, that is monovalent, bivalent, trivalent and tetrapositive ions. Okay, thank you.